crazy, truly dangerous bad. Boy, I'm so happy, yeah, we have been heaven blessed.
I can't believe what God has done. Those He's giving life the one. Isn't she lovely?
Made from love.
All that I could have not been done without you conceived the one. Isn't she lovely?
Made from love.
Oh, isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she lovely? Made from love.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Não sei por que você se foi. Quanta saudade
Okay, you do have free healthcare here. That's fine.
e aquele adeus não. Da solidão que em minha porta bate. E eu gostava tanto de você. Gostava tanto de você. Eu corro, fujo desta sombra. Em sonho vejo esse passado. E na parede do meu quarto ainda está o seu retrato. Não quero ver pra não lembrar. Pensei até em me mudar. Lugar qualquer que não exista. Pensamento em você. E eu gostava tanto de você. Gostava tanto de você. Não sei por que você se foi. Quantas saudades eu senti. E de tristezas vou viver. E aquele adeus não pude dar. Você marcou em minha vida. Viveu, morreu na minha história. Chego até medo do futuro. E da solidão que em minha porta bate. E
A Simone vai entrar.
de você. Gostava tanto de você. Gostava tanto de você. Gostava tanto de você. Vamos embora. Simbora. Simbora, 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 simbora. Vamos embora. Simbora. Valeu. Leva, leva. Ah. Simbora. 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 Simbora, 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 simbora. Vamos embora. Simbora.
Oh, Lord. Teus sinais me confundem da cabeça aos pés, mas por dentro eu te devoro. Teu olhar não me diz exato quem tu és. assim eu te devoro, eu te devoraria a qualquer preço. Quando te ignoro, te conheço, quando chove, quando faz frio. No outro plano te devoraria tal Caetano, a Leonardo DiCaprio. É um milagre tudo que Deus criou pensando em você. Fez a Via Láctea, fez os dinossauros, sem pensar em nada fez a minha vida e te deu. Sem pensar nos dias que me faz morrer, sem saber de ti jogado à solidão. Se quer saber se eu quero outra vida, não, não. Eu quero mesmo é viver pra esperar, esperar e devorar você. Que quero mesmo é viver pra esperar. Devorar você. Que quero mesmo é viver pra esperar, esperar e devorar você.
Me? Bora começar. Cadê a apresentação? Tá ali? Ah, o outro. Rapidinho. Aqui, amor. Pode conectar aí. A galera lá de cima tá passando. Matheus, vamos sentar? Valeu. Não, eu só te chamo de Raul.
Antônio, a Luísa vai dar uns avisos primeiro. Se quiser, a Luísa vai dar uns avisos primeiro.
É um milagre tudo que Deus criou pensando em você. Fez a Via Láctea, fez os dinossauros, sem pensar nem nada fez a minha vida e te deu. Sem pensar nos dias que me faz
Oi?
morrer.
É, só vim pedir pra... Para a música, por favor. Obrigada. Upa. Pam, param, pam, pam. Aquelas. Everyone, please sit down. Okay.
Aqui, ó. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a great afternoon it's starting right now. Let's let the guys finish the last phrases of the conversation. Okay? Last phrases of your conversations. Good. So, let's go.
Thank you. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed lunch and are fully recharged. Before we move on, I just have to make a quick announcement. Unfortunately, we were supposed to have a digital accessibility workshop right after presenting all of the results from last cycle, but the person who was invited, Marilia, she's not feeling very well, so she had to go to the hospital. Therefore, we're not having the workshop. We're very sorry. She did send me the notes and everything that she was planning to say, so I will forward it to the group. And then if you have any curiosity, I recommend that you take a look into it. It's a very nice subject, and it's very important for us to know. Anyway, so now we're going to present the results from the last cycle. It is very nice for us to see how our projects and solutions have been kind of helping in the way that we create solutions that improve the well-being of the waste pickers and also the waste management situation in Brasilia. And for us to do that, I would like for Antonio, where are you? Where is he? Find you. Please come here and present to us the results from DMS.
Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. So what we have for the data management system for cooperatives, I'll start giving a look in the current scenario that we are facing, like we had the interview with the waste speakers earlier today. So what we face the most is a lack of trust between the waste speakers and the managers of the cooperative. Today we face a scenario where they don't feel like they have all the information, that the information can be changed, and we have manual processes that has too many steps and that cannot be audited. How they do it today? You can see this is the Recyclamais cooperative, the cooperative that DMS is working with, by the side of the forklift. By the left, we have a scale, a normal scale, evolves in one, and then they put the waste there after it's been separated, and they write it down on paper, and then they, after a few days or a few weeks, it depends, it's not a fixed schedule, they take it and they register it on an Excel sheet that then they keep it as their only means of auditable content, but even then, some of the waste speakers say management can change the data when they're inputting, then they're inputting wrong values, and then when they sell, they say that they're currently telling that they sold by some amount, and they don't know if that's true or not. The cooperatives are divided, so let's say Centcop, they're a little bit closer together, since we have a lot of cooperatives in the same space, but for example, Recyclamais is not at the Centcop space. And we have a lot of cooperatives outside of that space and many areas of the federal district, and they do not work together. They do not communicate between themselves. They don't pressure as one for prices. And we have a lack of motivation for some waste speakers that impact the whole cooperative. Because like they were saying earlier today, they get paid by the amount they collect. And so if someone is not motivated, it will impact the whole group. So how are we thinking about solving that? The first point is solving these first issues between managers and workers by making the information clearer and easily available and audited. So that's why we have this scale over here. This is our prototype. It's been presented in an earlier cycle. This is just an early prototype. We also already, thanks to the Saxion team, have the designs for the final version. So, technical issues, sorry, but I keep talking. So this is the basis. I'll get into detail a little bit earlier. But the idea is to make it clear, thank you, and easily available. Giving comparatives a simple way to sell as one, creating a unified front. Because if we have the data and the storage for like the amount each cooperative has, when they sell as one, we can know how much each cooperative is entitled to get. And the more they sell as one, they can arrange to get better pay, and then we can reduce also any fuel costs. And then we have like a dashboard for increasing productivity by motivating workers using gamification mechanics and rewards in the system and outside of it. Because today, the Recyclamais cooperative has kind of a competition between the waste speakers where the people that collect more material get a little bonus at the end of the month. So we also want to ensure the participation of waste speakers in the design and evaluation of the DMS. This has been like a core principle of the DMS to keep them always in the loop. So every time we do some design changes, every time we add something new, we go there, we make a visit, we talk to them, we show them different options. and then ensuring that the design, development, and launch of the DMS are guided by ethical and design principles, addressing like the fairness, the trust, and so on. And what is done? You can, oh no. Okay, the video is not playing for some reason, but we have the manager version that is used for the managers and is ready. We just need the scale to finish connecting to it. Everything's done. The app is already available for download in Play Store in a closed test. So if you have Android device, please send me your email because we need 14 testers, 12 if I'm not mistaken. We need to launch it into production. The ethical design, so the ethical design part, because everything has been collected, ensuring that they have a voice in the system and it's tailored to them. And then the video is like showcasing how it's working today, because this scale, it connects to the phone, then it sends the data to the database. Everything's already online, everything's just waiting to be deployed with a few glitches to take care of, but nothing major. And then this is where we are. With app development, we just need to finish the tests, and then for the iOS App Store, it's let's say easier process. For web development, it's ready. We just need to take some of the less design, take the visual design that was created for DMS, update the website, and then it should be golden. The database, it's already, it's deployed. For the developers, you can access it. The other ones, nope. The scale, we had some small problems. It was supposed to be ready by this event, but unfortunately, because of the end of the year, we had a little bit of some problems, but they're already being taken care of. And then the design assessment and evaluation, just to make sure once we present them how everything's going to work. So if they have any ideas or design changes that we need to keep in mind. So this is our roadmap for the next steps. Finishing with the small bugs by the end of January. I'm hoping we can get it released in mid-February at most. Then finish the scale construction in early March. Do some design and evaluation assessments with the waste speakers themselves during this whole cycle as well. And then deploy it at the cooperative. Bring them the scale, connect the whole systems, download the apps for them, or create their accounts and just have a full launch by the end of June or mid-June, depending on how this semester goes. So yeah, I think for the DMS this is our goal. I think, yeah, Luisa?
Thank you. Where's the, yes, mouse. Okay, so thank you, sorry. Moving on, now we're gonna have Educado, so please, Lucas and Mafê.
Obrigada. Thank you. Hi, guys. Welcome back from our dinner, our lunch. And today, me, Maria Fernanda, or Mafê from UNB Brazil, and
hello, guys. I'm Lucas.
Also, Lucas from Soft Engineering. We're basically going to present Educado and also Luisa. So, well, the main object of the Educado is to develop a mobile education app for waste speakers. And it's very interesting to say what is the SDGs that are related to the development of the app. So there is the quality education, decent work, sustainable cities, and responsible consumption and production. And you're going to see why. So the project purpose. We have a personalized and tailored education app designed for waste speakers. democratization of access to quality education for low income, and access and tailored content aligned with users' real needs and interests. So this is a picture from cooperatives. And this is our models. So we have the content creation, which is in Brazil, which is I represent. We have the app development, represented by Lucas, our project manager in software. And we have our user design, Luisa, who is here. So what is already being done? In content creation, we had the creation of the standard guide. So we work as agile methodology, and we have this methodology that we apply constant improvement. So we had a constant improvement in our previous documentations. We designed 2 instructions designs documents with smart objects, learning goals for our users, and creation of gamification content, quizzes, and video scripts and video generations that you're going to see almost right now. So this is the part that I just told you, the instruction design. Basically, in order to develop a course, you need to settle what are the main objects for this course, what the learners needs to learn after you finish this course. So it needs to be detailed. And right now, Luis is just translating for you to understand, but there's 2 big courses that we created, personal finance and occupational health in workplace, which was inspired by Paulo Celso lecture, who was here before. So we can just run it out very quickly. Oh, it's okay. Basically, this is GitHub, and you can very quickly. And this just to show how was divided. This is the section 1, section 2. We have a lot of themes, section 4, and etc. So just so you can see how much work our students have been done, which was a lot. And this is just some images from the content creation part. I think we can go back to the presentation. And right after, in order to create the content and to adapt it to our real needs users, we had 2 visits in recycling cooperatives. As you can see, right there is Professor Paulo Celso, who was here before. And this is a very good example of the video that was produced in our last semester.
Vem comigo que vou te mostrar 7 dicas para o uso consciente de crédito e controle das dívidas. Cartão parece amigo, mas pode ser inimigo. Você passa, e quando vem a fatura, é um susto. Melhor usar só se tiver certeza que vai pagar. Olha hoje sua fatura e vê se tem coisa que comprou sem precisar. Parcelamento, ajuda ou armadilha? Parcelar parece leve, só 50 por mês. Mas junta 3 parcelas, 4 e o salário vai embora. Se puder, compra à vista.
So this was a short video example. And it's very important to highlight right now that, as you can see, the way speaker has a very specific persona. Non-white, black or brown, women in general, most of them. And in order to create this persona, we personalize. So we create this persona based on all our visits, review documentations, and etc.
Vem comigo.
And in total, it was produced and generated 55 videos on personal finance course and 35 videos on occupational health and workplace. And this is only the example that we personalized the persona. This is regarding the gamification that it was used with the design for the quizzes and evaluation and tests, gamification part. And what is done about the content creation was 2 complete courses already delivered, a very big production. And regarding the gamifications, I think Luisa can say more about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so regarding gamification, I worked with Maria. I don't know where she is right now, but she's from Saxion and she studies gamification design. So basically, we wanted to implement more gamification into the app because that's what we figured out during all of our research and visits to the cooperatives, that the waste pickers really like, and it makes them engaged and helps them truly learn what we're teaching them. So we created 4 different types of gamification, and I think only 1 or 2 were implemented, but we do have the design and it works. We tested them through 2 usability tests. So we went to the cooperatives and we prototyped everything and we put it to test using a platform called Maze. So the waste pickers would go into it, they would have small tasks, and Mafe was here to coordinate everything because I was not here anyway. And basically, do you want me to show it? Okay, Yas, please close your eyes. We are going into my Figma. Sorry, we were not supposed to do this, but we are doing it. So just give me 1 second. Hopefully it still works. While it's charging, basic loading, not charging. Basically what we did was that we created multiple screens representing what we wanted. And here in our Figma, we have all of the app handoff and everything, but we're just gonna go to the app and web. I'm sorry, I know this does not sound fun, but I promise it's worth it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna choose the one that I like the most. So basically one that we had a really good result was this one. And this is a true or false activity. And basically, the idea here is that we would have really small statements and an image, because that would make it really easy for users to understand. It is very easy to play. You just have something saying, for example, this one is saying that writing down whatever money and incomes that comes into your life and whatever you spend it helps you understand where your money is going. And basically, you just say, well, true, false, and then, woo, congratulations. And that happens for most of our activities. We tested them all, and we had really nice results. For example, the true or false was 100%, which was awesome. And yeah, anyway, this is life. You answer it, and then you move on. Gamification is a big thing, but I'm gonna stop now, or else I'm gonna spend the next hour.
So this was just a quick, just for you to be curious about what Luisa has been done. And so how the waste speakers can access the content?
Okay, guys, with the part of the content creation, we need some place to share this content. So we have the Educado website and the Educado app that was developed on Denmark on the last semester, was continued, developed. So we have the Educado website that is for publishing the courses and all the content, and the Educado app is for the way speakers access this course. We have a little demonstration of the app. Yeah. Yeah, it's there. It's there. 35. Yeah. It's just real quick. Okay. So there is a demonstration about how the app's supposed to work. And we have a list of courses. We have a filter. And then we go to some selected course and have the translation and click to subscribe, and then you can start your journey in the course. Okay. Okay. So Educado solution is separated in three different applications. That is the website that I said to you, the Educado app, and we have the backend interface that deal with all the data. You can pass. We have some issues to this semester to resolve. about each application. So we have to deal with the website, the app, and the backend. So the idea is to improve the Educado website. Now we have this site deployed in a DK server, in a server on Denmark, and that will expire in February. I don't know actually if we can extend that, but the idea, my suggestion, you're gonna say what we need to do, is to pass to a Brazilian server. The old backending that was changed need to finish the integration, so we have some issues related with that. We need to do some bug fixing in the Educado app, in the released version. It's not workable, but everything is developed, so we need just to fix it. And improve the accessibility that we had a demand to give more features about accessibility for disabled people. And about the content creation.
Oh, just a quick review. We have some improvements regarding the second course, occupational health and safe city. We have a very important phase that is basically to measure the quality and the impact of our courses. So we call it usability tests for the courses itself, since they are already done. And basically this is from Brazil part.
And yeah, so the idea, the roadmap, and the next steps is to improve the Educado website, fix the Educado app, and expand the content creation to achieve Educado Alpha stable version for release. That's it, guys. Thank you.
Okay, now please, Mateus, come here. And Felipe, please. They're gonna present to you EchoLink and Digital Mobilizer, if I'm not mistaken.
Se quiser enxergar. Quando tiver pronto, aí puxar isso.
Ok, massa. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm the PM of the EchoLink, and today we are going to present what is it, where we are, and where we want to go next. So basically, the main objective is to create a university sustainable hub that encourages proper waste disposal by linking donations in Echo Points to academic credits that we need to graduate. And by raising our awareness with the content grounded in the lived reality of the waste speakers. The project also aims to transform collected recyclable materials into products that regenerate the campus and seek to establish a future viability, please, that regenerate the campus and viability for partner cooperatives to adopt manufacturing also. So that's why I asked the question, if they can produce other stuff than just selling it by the weight of each material. Okay. So this is the concept art that we are aiming to succeed. It's basically a self-powered by solar panel and also made from the waste from the campus. And this has this we will have sensors, so it's IoT. We can check like how much of each material it is on it, if it is full or not, who deposits what. You can pass, please. So we have some modules that Matheus was working on it, and he is going to explain what is them.
Okay, so basically, Ecolink is not about only an app. It's based on 4 modules: it's marketplace, profile, and community. So using these modules, we have all the things that we are developing. So we have, as example in blue, the eco point and reuse and recycle, as Felipe said, is the focus of donating waste to be reused in other things. In the community part, the digital mobilizer comes in to create content using AI based on the waste pickers content created by them. So it's more easy, like you guys see earlier today, when someone who works with waste talk directly with the people. You can pass it forward. Okay. Based on these modules, we have the 4 main fronts that we are working now. We have the eco point, the app, the content creator, and the digital mobilizer. So all of this is integrated in the program Ecolink, but each thing has your own specific. So the app, the main goal of the app is basically having an app to donate. So as Felipe said, this is a prototype of the EcoPoint, and you can use the EcoPoint using the app that we are developing. And the content creator and the digital mobilizer, they are working together to make education purposes inside the app. You can pass.
So what we have done this semester is we went to the cooperative like to record some life experience of them, so we understand better the problem, and this is the conscientization in our platform. And I'm going to show you guys the results after. This is the mechatronic prototype. I will invite Matheus to be the first one to deposit on it. So go ahead, Matheus, scan the QR code so it can know that you are the one throwing the waste. Do you scan it? Okay, just press the button. Passa energia? Vai. De novo. Are you done? That's it. So, okay. And we developed a new front end of the app that we focus on, have the donation part module working, so we can like procedure to the next Mark II version to be ongoing in this campus. And how does the Echo Point helps the way speakers? Basically, we can guarantee a little bit more the efficient about with what is inside of the Echo Point, which materials, how much weight of each one, and in this try to make products to learn first we students learn how to produce something with recyclables, and later to like help them do it. Like you need this machine if you can sell aluminum and glass for a small price, but if you make a window, it will be much more value. And the digital mobilizer, this is a result that is an application that Matheus Haub and Antonio have been developing. There is a low-cost, local, and open source code to produce any type of media. in this case, the educational videos. So I'm going to show you the conscientization about the one-way speaker has to tell about us, the community, why is our fault the low efficiency in their incomes.
Meu nome é José Carlos, né? Não trabalho aqui há muito tempo, né? Mas já tem uma caminhada de 10 anos já na reciclagem, né? E os relatos que a gente sempre escuta é em relação ao lixo que não sabe ser separado, né? Porque muitos moradores separam o pet, a latinha, o metal, né? O ferro, né? Mas tem outras pessoas que talvez seja preguiça ou falta de tempo também, né? Abre uma exceção, que não separa, né? Então a gente acaba se cortando, se furando com alguma seringa. Então seria bom que as pessoas se conscientizassem, né? E separar mais o material, porque a gente precisa desse trabalho. A gente não estudou muito para ter uma outra oportunidade. Então a gente abraça essa oportunidade aqui, mas a gente também quer a colaboração dos moradores, né, para que possa separar bem o material, né? Essa...
So this was recorded by PSP2 team, and they also prototyped a version to the front end of the digital mobilizer, which is
meu nome é José Carlos.
Which is the AI tool to generate videos, and they create a workflow behind it. So we just need to connect the application, and it needs a strong computer, but it is at our domain. So yeah, the mechatronic prototype until now it only has like the motor, the movement sensor, and the battery. We don't already have the solar panel, panels powered, neither the balance. Huh? Não é balança não. Enfim, we need some things to catch up to be fully operable, but it is already working. We just can't register the weight. Actually, Saxon University worked with us in this project. We were able to give a survey around the campus to see what are our opinions about our students. And her name was Anne Beauty. She was in every co-working and understood our reality and how she can help us create this social media and this campaign, like which type of content, how duration, which platforms. And we were even able to get on the news of the university with that to help us fill the surveys. And this is a result about one pool of the social media. This is one way to get some points in the app, not only with the donations. You just need to be engaged and do the tasks so you can, in the end of the semester, earn your academic credits. And she also made this capybara mascot. Again. So, and in PSP5, we tried to understand how we can make a business model of all this EchoLink objective, how it's going to work, how we implement it here, we need to talk to, it's be official, it can be placed here, like the financial to use the laboratories of the university to develop the echo point and the products. And this is development of the software nowadays. I will let Matheus explain.
So the biggest difference about our app compared to the last cycle, on the last cycle we are focused on raising requirements and doing the backend. And by the end of the cycle, Lavinia and Luisa helped us doing the design of the site. So now we can integrate our backend with a front end. So we are showing basically what is done. You already can donate. You already can upload media and all the things that are going to compose the full app. So basically, where are we? Talking about the app, we need to develop the remainder of the screens. In the actual state, we only have the login and register part. We have the part of profile edition and that type of thing, and the donation part. For the next cycle, we are aiming to finish the map part and integrate the content upload with the digital mobilizer content. So we are aiming to have the AI content inside the app, and we need to these two parts working together to have the full version of the app. So we are aiming also to develop the gamification to engage the users and having an alpha version on the end of the cycle for the user testing.
As I have said before, the echo point still needs the solar electrification, the loads on the cell, but that demands we finish the enclosure competition and the field level sensing. So in the app, we will be able to see like which echo point is online or not, and if it is full or not. So only when it's full that it's going to be empty. And the business strategy is like I was talking with Professor João Melo, how we can use our machines, our laboratory, our furnaces to become like more industry, a manufacturing thing. So, and also try to bring this to the way speak for the cooperative. So they are fully dependent of the industry that they're going to sell or the bad income that they get. So with that, we can generate more efficient income for them. So because we're going to have more efficiency in what we collect and try to get a solution for them in the future, so their life can become a little better. So this is the roadmap for the next semesters. We are planning to end the business strategy in the beginning of the semester. Connect as Matheus said, the content creation with the digital mobilizer inside the app. And the conclusion of the Mark II, because we need to make the rest, basically. And develop the other functionalities of the software that are not available at the moment. I'm planning to end in July with the EGALITARIAN. That's it. Thank you very much for the attention.
All right, let's go for our last project. If Luisa, you guys always disappear. Just
Hi guys. Okay, promise this is the last one, so it'll be very quick. So our last project is the carbon footprint. Just to give you some context, so why are we doing this project? It's because companies lack a method to measure carbon emissions, so it's very hard for them to reduce these emissions because they don't know how much they are emitting. So we want to do a improvement of a carbon footprint calculator and strategies for carbon neutrality. So that is what we are aiming to do. And this is an example of a calculator which is very complex. And then we're trying to make it more accurate and more in the context of waste pickers and also companies. So what we've done so far is a carbon footprint calculator in different kinds of like products based and also companies based, and then we do it with emissions calculations and compensation proposals. Also carbon footprint guide, so not many of us know what carbon footprint is and neither how to calculate the emissions, so we also did a guide and a solid waste list of list of per product. This is what we try to do, like plastics and then metal and then stuff like that, so that we can be a little more accurate on what we're trying to calculate. And then also we have adapted the calculator to the context of waste speakers. So I think you saw how the waste speaking context here in Brazil can be a little tricky, and we adapted the calculator so that it can fit in on the waste speakers and how the companies work. We also did a training guide for the waste speakers, so we are trying to make them understand why is important to measure your carbon footprint and what are the gains that they will have with that, because it's not natural for them to know that. And also we did a GHG protocol adaptation guide, so again, to make it more easy for them to understand. So GHG protocol is the calculator here in Brazil, and we adapted it on a context of the waste speakers. And our next steps for the semesters is we are going to try to implement this calculator here on some recycling companies in Brasilia, and also trying to gather all the calculation that we already have and trying to put it in a more egalitarian way. So we're going to have data sheets with data collection, the protocol, and also the reports on how we can make it better. Thank you.
All right. I know it's a lot, but I do hope you guys enjoyed it. We put our heart and souls into these projects, and I promise it's fun working on it. So our next step on the schedule is the presentation of tools, so the PM canvas and the deliverables for the event, and Luis will be the one doing the work for you guys.
Valeu.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. For those who doesn't know me, I'm Luis Guilherme, a software engineering student at Universidade de Brasília. And for those who know, it's a pleasure to be here again and to be talking to you. All right, let's start it. First of all, here's an image of the software managing methodology PMBOK, in which they explain how the casing of projects work. So in PMBOK, they see that you have the portfolio, and then the portfolio will have inside of them the programs. In each program, we will have several projects. They are linked together. And here, and this is following the PMBOK structure. This is our egalitarian structure of projects. So your projects, DMS, footprint carbon, which ones? All of them, they are in the project lines, and then we have the programs, and then in each program we have the portfolio. So the portfolio manages all of them, and we use this structure because mainly it helps us to have metrics to actually see if the work is being done and it's following the standards that we would like to. I'm going to introduce you a few of the goals of this week. So the objective of all you, first of all, it's the project model canvas. So each team would like to have the project canvas finalized. And then you're going to have a consolidation document for the teams that are going to follow the semester, and they're going to develop the project so they can see the consolidation document, so it makes it easier for them to work within the project. And also a final presentation for Friday. We're going to give you the slides, the model, and then an actual plan for future collaboration in the projects. All right, project model canvas. Well, before talking about the project model canvas, I would like to explain to all of you how it started. Where is the name? It was developed by a professor of Fundação Getúlio Vargas. It was developed within the business model canvas, and then he saw that in most projects that we do, we have a lacking of communication between the team and then the project managers and also the clients. So we have several documents that are extensive to write, extensive to read, and they're not easy documents to understand. So this professor, he thought about doing all of this documentation in only one spreadsheet. I mean, a framework. It looks like a spreadsheet, but it's a framework. So we can gather all of the important information of projects in one place. So it's going to be easier for the team and everyone to understand what we're doing and how we're going to do it and why you're doing it. This is the project model canvas. And then the project model canvas main structure is to answer 6 main questions. And every project needs to answer those 6 questions to make it work properly, so the work gets easier and the standards, they are accomplished. These are the questions. So in the first section, we're going to answer the question why. Why we are doing this, why we're doing the work. The second part, we're going to ask what we are doing. The third question is who's going to do it. The fourth, how you're going to do it, and the last, when and how much it's going to cost. Well, let's start with the why. This is probably going to be the most important question of all for you guys to answer, because you need clarity, and you need to, all of you inside of the team need to know exactly why you're doing it. Because if you don't answer the why, then the other questions is going to be harder to find the answer. So inside of the why, we have como é que eu falo as caixas? We have 2 boxes to answer. It's going to be the justification and the benefits. So you're going to justify why you're doing it, and then the benefits that this project is going to bring to the stakeholder. And also we have a SMART objective. This is really nice. You need to have an objective of your project that it's specific, so you know what you're doing. It needs to be measurable, so you can have the metrics to actually compare with and see if your work is being done the way it should be. It needs to be attainable, so you need to have the competences within the client's reach, and realistic, so it needs to be done, right? So it needs to be realistic. You need to actually accomplish that goal. And then it needs to be time-bound. So you need to have a start date, and then the end date, and then the checkpoints within the project. The next question, what? So you're going to explain what you're doing on the project. This question, it involves 2 parts of the project model canvas, which is the product and also the requirements. So in the product, you're going to explain what you're going to do and what you're going to deliver at the end of the project. So what is going to be your solution, if it's an app or if it's a website or if it's a spreadsheet, what is it? And then the requirements, it's going to be what your product needs to have to work within the proposal solution. Well, the third question, who, you have also two parts to answer in the PM Canvas. It is the stakeholders, so who is going to benefit from the project, who's going to benefit from the results, whether it is the waste speaker or the whole population in case of the carbon footprint, and who is going to be involved at all in the project. The team is going to be you guys and the rest of the team that's going to work for the semester. The fourth question is going to be how are we going to do it? So you also have two parts to answer within the PM Canvas. It's going to be the delivery groups. So you need to not classify, but you need to separate your delivery within packages of deliveries. So you're not going to do it all at once, obviously. So then you need to think about what makes sense to do first, and then what are the requirements to do the next task, and that's how it goes. And also we have assumptions that are probably one of the hardest things for students, at least for me, was one of the hardest things to actually answer within the PM Canvas, because an assumption is not going to be something that's going to interrupt or make it harder for you to work. It's actually going to be which factors can influence in the outcome of the project. So if you're working with a waste speaker, well, an assumption would be that they won't work with us, maybe. Or we won't understand what they're saying, or we don't speak the same language. So it's going to be what is going to be harder for you to work within the project. We also have the constraints, so it's going to be the limitations that you guys as a team don't have control of. An example would be if your project needs funding and you cannot find funding. So it's a constraint because it doesn't depend on you that are doing the project. And the last question is when and how much. So in other words, you're going to answer when you're going to deliver the project and how much it's going to cost. We have a specific risk table to answer. So those are going to be the almost like the assumptions, but the negative ones. So what's going to be in the way of you doing your work? What are the risks of your project? You're not going to deliver it in time, or you're going to miss some of the scope of the project. Those are risks. We also have the timeline, which is a representation of exactly the delivery packages you guys are going to do it. So you're going to put it on timelines. Okay, so the first package of the project, the first deliverable is going to be a translation system. That's an example. And then the second one would be delivered a month later, and then the third one would be delivered half a month later. So you're going to have a timeline for your deliveries. And also the costs, the last table, which be how much the project would cost. And for you guys, you know, nothing. But in a real situation, you would have to think hard about it. Before talking about the end of the week and what should be delivered, I think it's important to emphasize that this PM Canvas is not being built thinking about this week, thinking about your work being done this week. This is going to be built so you and your teams back in your unis can actually understand what's going to happen within the semester. So basically, deliverable would not be a presentation. You cannot put a presentation of Friday in the deliverables, for an example, because it's not within the project. So you guys need to think about the whole project, the bigger picture, instead of thinking about this week's deliveries. And at the end of the week, we want you guys to have a project managing canvas like this. This one, me, Kaina, I think Kaina left, Ellen and Tess, we did it on the second cycle in Copenhagen, Denmark. So this is how it should look. you're also going to deliver a project document, consolidation document, in which you're going to write a document explaining exactly how it's going to be done, the work within the semester, and why the people are doing it, and how they're going to do it. Because we're going to have people from other unis and from other countries working together in the same project. So for them, that those are not here, they need to understand clearly what is going to happen and how it's going to happen and why it's going to happen. Also, the final presentation, so Friday, you guys are going to present, each team is going to present a slide presenting the achieved goals of this week. All right. Sou eu também, né? Tá bom. So now I'm going to present the teams for this week, each project's team. For Educado, we have Lucas Antunes as the project manager. He's not here. But in the Brazilian team, we'll have Luisa, Maria Fernanda, and also the rest. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrongly, so I don't think I'll say it. Sorry, guys. The next one, we have that data management system, in which the project manager is going to be Antonio, this guy over here. And we have 2 Brazilians working again in this project. It's going to be Pedro and Rebecca. I don't know any of you guys. Próximo. Ecolink. Felipe is going to be the project manager. He's not here as well. And Carbon Footprint, Luisa Oliveira. There she is. She's going to be our project manager. And I hope everyone could see in which team you are. Yeah, we can just send this presentation in the group chat for all of you to make sure. And if you guys didn't got anything from the project model canvas, we'll send it as well. Okay, any questions? Yes? Oh, you didn't get a group? Oh man, sorry, what's your name? Simon, I'll check in not the schedule, the spreadsheet to see where your name is. And Rabi, you're gonna be working in any project this cycle? Okay, yeah, you're correct. Any other questions about PM Canvas or the teams? Okay, so that's it. Thank you, everyone.
It was nice. It was nice. No, it's good. Okay, so technically, since we're not having the workshop that I mentioned before, our schedule has come to an end a little earlier than we thought. But we're asking all of you to please stick around because we're taking our official group photo today. So if you don't have your egalitarian shirt on, please put it on. You're gonna have like 5 to 10 minutes to do so. And then we're gonna take the picture here. Afterwards, it's technically scheduled to 4, but it might be sooner. We're gonna have a coffee break just outside. And then you're all free to go. As I mentioned earlier, dinner will be Emana Mercado. I'm gonna send all of the info in the group chat very soon. And 6:30 p.m., be there, be hungry. Yay.
tirando aqui.
Eu tô quase falando no microfone. Banheiro. Banheiros.
E a dinâmica? Não tem dinâmica hoje. Elas passam por agora.
Não existe no cronograma. Eu não estou sabendo.
Eu também não.
Sim. E agora? Aqui, ó, tá falando. Uma mensagem.
Aonde que eu vou?
Não, Fê, vai ser a próxima.
Eu não tô sabendo.
Pois é.
Qual era o nome dessa dinâmica?
Integration. Ela me mostrou, mas vai ser agora.
Porque a de integration que tinha no cronograma era a da professora.
Pois é, mas
Tá, a foto
vai ser
oficial
agora.
vai ser aqui ou vai ser lá fora?
Aqui.
Aqui mesmo.
Não, mas vai ter de novo.
Tá, então a gente tira a foto e aí você botando os slides, porque não tem os slides. Naquele ali?
Eu tô curiosa pra ver quem é o grupo.
A partir de... Luísa, acha a Yas pra gente tirar a foto, já que eu mandei todo mundo pôr a camiseta?
E aí a dinâmica vai ser depois.
Sim. E vai ser isso.
Não me avisaram, não chegou mensagem pra mim.
Só tinha uma que era das professoras.
Não tem, tem aqui também. Mas
Nem bate o cronograma.
Bate o cronograma, vou te
Não
mostrar.
é possível.
Presentation of Tools até 12h30, 13, 14 e 15, Presentation of Agent Dynamic, programa fez, 3.5 Official Picture e 16 Hot Break.
Tá, então o que a gente vai fazer? A gente vai tirar a foto, que eu mandei todo mundo tirar a camiseta, e aí eu falo que eu fui burra.
Não, você pode ser
Tem
burra, mas
não,
também a gente vai
obviamente.
mudar. A gente vai tirar foto e depois tem a...
Isso.
Tá.
Eu mandei todo mundo vestir a camiseta.
Uh,
Usar essa lapela? Ela é Surima. Você bota assim, você tira. Bota aqui.
Good afternoon, everybody. We had a little misunderstood here, but we just have a quick dynamic, and right after we can take our picture. So the last part of today, we have an egalitarian competition, and since the main people here are from tech, I guess you guys are going to like. So I think everybody here already know Star Wars, right? So we have a little dynamic for this week, and how is going to be. So you will be divided into teams. It's going to be a teamwork throughout the entire week, and every day at least one member of the team needs to post a picture or a post or a text, both on LinkedIn and Instagram. And there are different weights you're going to see. And we encourage more than one person to post. So you're going to be divided in teams, but we highly encourage that more than one person posts because you're going to be evaluated about some weights. It must be daily. And I think I'm going to be more flexible with guys. I put 8 p.m., but I'm looking here right now, and maybe I can be more flexible and put until midnight. But I will think about it. So the rules. By Friday, January, all teams need to have answered all the questions that are going to show you. And they do not need to be in the order. And it's not limited to only those topics. So we're all also going to evaluate creativity and authenticity. And in order to answer these questions, okay, I've just given basically an idea. You can talk, can be only one member, can be 2 members, can be 3 members, but you're going to decide. It's a teamwork after all. So the topics that you guys need to embrace while you're going to make this post. So let's just remember it's 2 posts per day on LinkedIn and Instagram. And these are the themes you need to cover. So there's a lot of different themes. It doesn't need to be in this order, but it's important. And before, it's very important just to highlight one thing. You need to join together with people that are not from your delegation, so it's prohibited to be like Albert and Albert. It's not like Danish and Danish, Dutch and Dutch. No, it needs to be more interesting. So it needs to be at least 1 Danish, 1 Dutch, 1 Portuguese, or 1 Brazilian. It needs to be mixed, and it cannot be neither the same country and neither the same project. So you're going to discover today which project you are. So, for instance, if you're on Educado with me, the person who is in Educado with me cannot be in my team for this competition because it needs to be mixed. And the other topics, I'm just going to go through a little bit. The first one is just basically self-introduction. You can talk about yourself. The second is a curiosity that only existed in your country. For instance, a curiosity that only existed in Denmark that I was very surprised is that there are social equality. It's a real thing. In Brazil, it's not. So for me, this is it was very impactful, and for you guys, must be normal. But this is some ideas. So how would you describe your country? One thing that you have been learning throughout the egalitarian project that you have been working on since you joined egalitarian. How would you rate 1 to 10 and describe your experience in Brazil in general? So about the food, culture, social, anyway, everything that you would like to say, you can say it here. The project also, what you have achieved with egalitarian professionally and academically and also socially. So it can be one of these things. What was the impact of egalitarian in your life? So it's very thoughtful. That was the reason it's a teamwork, because you can be very creative in here and talk about what you want to share. And what technical skills you have been learning since, for me, for instance, I am in the project engineering, but since I entered egalitarian, I've been learning how to create content. So how to edit videos, how this part of communication. So this is totally different in comparison to my major, but I have been learning since I joined egalitarian. What skills, soft skills you have learned? So we have team working, other things. What was the most memorable moment for you why during this week? I just have a inspiration here. And something new you discover after arriving in Brazil, for instance. If you're your first time here, what's something that shocked you, or what's something that you were surprised that didn't have in your country? So it's very broad. And what we will miss more about Brazil? For instance, you're going to miss the people you met today. You're going to miss the food. I really like the food in Brazil, guys. So I'm going just to say this a lot of time. You're going to miss beer, music, drinks, I don't know. A funny story during the event. What do you understand as innovation, and what do you understand as sustainability? So there's a lot of things. You doesn't need to be in this order. You can create new things, but at least this number of themes. And it needs to be accomplished by the end of the event. Okay, and who is going to win? So it's a teamwork. And the highest number points will get free entries to Friday's party, free drinks on Friday, and we cannot reveal the other parts. Just a second. We have a competition board that I will release at the end of the day, including today, starting today. And the posts will be evaluated based on creativity, engagement, etc. This is the weight. So it's not that easy, guys. It's just not only post a story. So only a story will value 1 point. Since most of you are engineers, I think you're more familiar with numbers. Video stories, 2 points. LinkedIn posts, 3 points. Instagram feed posts, 5 points. You can be a collaborate with the egalitarian. It's going to give you 5 points to your group. And videos longer than 3 minutes, 5 points. So let the best team win. Let's see the... So this part's very important, guys. This is the time that you're going to see our Insta. And this is the moment that everybody just... what? No. This is 0.0002. Just a second. Saying like
this competition starts today?
Today? Yeah, great question. This competition starts today, and we are going to divide the groups. And have everybody already joined Instagram? I didn't see everybody with the camera, guys. I'm just going to wait just 1 more second. And now the LinkedIn. So,
you are going to create the teams, right?
So just remembering the rule, it cannot be the same country, cannot be the same delegation, and cannot be the same project. So if you're on Educado, you cannot work with someone from Educado. If you're from Saxon, you cannot work with someone from Saxon. And may the force be with you, and hopefully with your team too. Is there any questions? No? All right. About the division of the teams, we're going to be more flexible, and you can choose your teams, but it needs to be from different nationalities, different countries, different delegation, and cannot be on the same project. Oi? We have already separated the delegations, but we thought you would want it to work, so we allow you to choose. Eu queria que eles separassem. Eu separei. Mas aí você pediu pra gente separar porque tá em 3, né? Essa 4 agora. Calma, você já tem separado? Já. Peraí. Já.
Guys, Mafe has a suggestion. Y'all, you're really bad at this.
Guys. Guys. So basically, Luisa was saying.
So Mafe has a suggestion. You can either choose your own teams, or she has already kind of sorted everything out. So if you would like to skip the process of choosing a team, please raise your hands. Very high, because I am very blind. Yeah, okay, so she's gonna send in the group chat, and you just check your team.
So I'm going to send in the group chat after our pictures, and it's going to start today. So it needs to be a teamwork. All students are indeed our staffs from Brazil. And I hope you to see wonderful pictures, because you're going to be evaluated by creativity, authenticity, and engagement. So I have high hopes on you guys. Thank you.
Okay, so I need everyone to come forward. We're gonna take a picture here, so please come down, smile, line up, sit pretty. Amiga, que é pouquinho intensa. Eu vou diminuir. Mas é pouquinho intensa. Eu vou diminuir a quantidade de perguntas. Tá pouquinho meio assim. Você botou na quinta marcha de primeira.
Eu vou colocar umas 5 perguntas, vou mudar.
Já. Sim, eu já tenho um grupinho. Que falta de educação, hein? Puta merda. Tem que gritar, tem que falar, ô filho de uma égua.
Não, não.
Dá pra você prestar nisso, por favor?
Can I say something about the LinkedIn for us Dutch students? It's really important platform to use for like future jobs and stuff. So we're not gonna post about the.
Oh, good question. I can say that it doesn't need. The LinkedIn can be more professional. Regarding like what you learn about the part that's professional. Yeah. It's good. Do you want me to say? Eu vou falar isso.
É bom, amiga.
Tá.
We're gonna take this picture now, and then afterwards.
Andressa, cadê ela?
Okay, Andressa, she's going to take pictures for each country.
Guys, I have received a very interesting question. Just a second before the picture. And so basically, guys. So regarding the dynamic, I just received an interesting question from Saxon that said that LinkedIn must be more professional. So the questions that are more like cultural, more, doesn't need to be on LinkedIn, more professional part, only on the LinkedIn. So it's more flexible than you are thinking, okay? So just updated by my last presentation. All right, guys.
kom rimelig langt ned.
Pøls. Hold mig til at grine.
Mas eu tava aí com vocês, né? Acho que é meu... Tem alguém aqui.
Vai, Rob, começa.
Team Netherlands. Okay. Team Denmark is already there. Team Denmark is already there. They are already there. So, Dinamarca. I am also Team Denmark, guys. I'm sorry. Oh wait, Professor Moni. I think you are. Oh yeah, true. Thank you. Next one, let's do Team Netherlands.
Yes.
Team Netherlands, the Dutch team, the amazing Dutch team. Team Portugal is too. It's what? It's simpler to organize. So let's solve a nice piece. Team Netherlands, I leave you. Okay. Tá. We need to. Everybody just. Is that it? É isso? Okay. Now Team Portugal.
Portuguese speaking.
What?
Portuguese speaking.
Portuguese speaking? Do you want that?
We don't know about that.
Oh, it's better, right? It's better to do the big one. Okay, let's do Portuguese speaking countries. What? Yeah. Yeah, because Team Portuguese is small. No, bro. Yeah, we also need to take the picture outside, I guess. Yeah. What? Another one? Look how many pictures we have to take, right? Come on!
Fala de português, porque não falou em português.
Coisas a pensar. Cadê?
É que o nosso brother está desaparecendo.
Oh yeah, we have one. She's Team Netherlands.
Aí a gente, viu?
Vai ser Portugal e Brasil ao mesmo tempo.
É.
Porque o time de Portugal.
Tem camisa lá. Vamos pegar lá.
Vai lá pegar.
Deixa eu pegar lá, peraí.
Olha isso, galera! Olha isso!
É, ele chegou 1h30, tá ligado? Ele não tinha camisa.
Entendi. Não, tô brincando. Olha aí.
Agacha aí, Rafa.
Vou agachar, claro. Sentar? A gente senta, professora.
E o sunglass?
E o sunglass? Você quer que eu bote na do Brasil? Qual é o seu voto? Qual é seu voto?
Você é chique, viu?
Meditation.
Descendo aí as mil.
Bora!
Toda gente.
Bora, agacha aí, deita aí.
Você nunca usou. Absurdo.
falei na
sei que a
foto
foto tá
geral.
sendo tirada aqui, tá?
Eu falei
É,
tease.
não, a gente só vê no rostinho dela, a luz. Perfeito.
Tem que falar pra ela.
E agora?
Vocês querem tirar uma foto lá fora, é isso? É isso também? Mais uma foto? Vamos tirar lá fora, Não se encerrou. Deixa eu usar esse meu poder aqui. Hello! People, just because we need to do it, we're gonna take a final picture outside, because we need one picture outside as well. That's how it is. So, let's go outside and take some picture, and then it's over. For now.
E os grupos?
Ela falou que ela ia mandar no grupo, né? Porque você viu que ela foi no freestyle, ela foi construindo ali em real time a resposta do modelo dela de... a AI mental dela tava ali, ó. A inteligência humana. Mas onde será essa foto?
Ali,
que você
Vibe
pede?
GG.
Leva pra gente?
Vibe GG ali.
Cadê a Andressa? Já saiu?
Perfeito.
Você vai levar um? Já. Você que leva.
Eu posso levar, você pode levar.
Tanto faz também.
Opções. Vamos fazer o seguinte, a gente tira a foto e a gente decide. Mas eu posso levar também.
Eu acho melhor você com o Bona. Se tiver que resolver alguma coisinha de... sei lá,
mas
se
não vai
ele
ter que
tem
pagar
seguro
porque vai ser
saúde.
público, né?
Mas
de todo modo,
Precisa pagar, mas pode demorar.
Pode demorar.
você ainda chega engravatado aí.
Chegar, senhores, é o seguinte. Tá bom, eu vou com ele. Tadinho. Yes, another picture here.